Yeah.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome again to part 2 of 3 with cooking with Nelly. So this morning we will be cooking rice and beans. We're gonna wait a little while for people to tune in, and then we'll start the cooking. So before we continue though, let me tell you guys, for those that don't know me, a little bit about myself. Again, I'm the field course leader at Bfree. During this time, we're not working this right now, but that's why we're doing this Cooking with Nelly series. I grew up in Belizean Village, and we didn't have any electricity until up in 2009. So to keep the pastime, we would go to the river. We spent a lot of time in the Belizean River. I always say, if that river could talk, it could tell you my life story, because we spent a lot of time swimming there, and that is where I believe I fell in love with nature. Unbeknownst to me, Bfree was just approximately 8 or 9 miles away, and in 2014 I started working at Bfree. So I've been working there 2014 up until present as the field course leader. We'll continue with the story shortly, guys. For now, we'll start with the cooking. So I have the ingredients here laid out. I have my pre-cooked red kidney beans. I have my rice already washed. So I'm not sure what kind of rice you guys have in the States, but here in Belize, we would wash our rice at least 3 times to take whatever dirt that there is in there. So I've already washed mine, and I'm not cooking a lot. I'm cooking like 1.5 cups because it's not a lot of us here at home. I have my coconut powder. If it's not coconut powder, then you could use the coconut milk. I have my consomme, also known as the chicken flavor bouillon. So if you guys have that, it's a good improvise. And then I have my onion already minced with my garlic as well, my clove of garlic, and the usual season, black pepper, complete season, and garlic powder. So that is all we will be using, and some cooking oil. This is the cooking oil that we will be using today. Now the first thing that you want to do is get the diced garlic and onion and put it in there. So we're gonna let this fry a little. I put it in the cooking oil, but if you guys have any olive oil or coconut oil that you want to use, please feel free to do so. You can use that. So we let this cook a little to get the flavor out, and then we'll add the beans to it. And like I said, guys, if you don't have the coconut powder, that's fine. You could use the coconut milk as well. And to fry this, you could use the coconut oil or the olive oil. It doesn't matter which one you use. But you don't want to use too much oil, because you will be adding the coconut milk or the coconut powder, which already has a lot of oil in it. Now we're going to add our beans. Now the amount of beans you add, you have the recipe right there. But the beans that you will add in it is supposed to be enough to go with the rice. And like I've told you guys before, when we cook, we don't use measurement. We just stop until our ancestor says that is enough, my child. So I'm adding a little water in there. It has to have enough water so that the rice could be added to it. So you put that in there, you cook it up. Stir, and this is where you're gonna add your seasoning: the black pepper, the chicken bouillon or consomme, the You don't have to add garlic powder if you want, because this already, like I said, I already have minced garlic in here. So you don't really have to add it. You could replace the minced garlic, the clove, with the garlic powder. So I will just add a little garlic powder in this and the other seasonings. And this is where you add the coconut milk instead of the water or the coconut powder, right? So if it's gonna be coconut milk, you do not want to add it to your pot, because you won't want to add the water to your pot. So I'll put those there. Add my coconut powder. Okay. Now I'm gonna use this little sachet here of consomme or chicken bouillon. Just add it in there. Some of my black pepper. A little bit of garlic powder, since I already have the minced garlic in there. And the complete season. And then I'll mix. You mix it up. The coconut powder is what will give it this delicious flavor, right? So you just add it in there. And like I said, guys, if you're just tuning in and you want to try this recipe, you could go on our Bfree page and you will see the recipe there, so that you could try the coconut rice. And the reason that we chose rice and beans is because a lot of students and professors alike and visitors to Bfree has asked us, or me personally, for this recipe. And this is the way that I cook the rice and beans. Some people, everybody cook differently, and they are different touch to their one. But this is how I like my rice and beans cooked, and this is how I learned from my grandmother to cook my rice and beans as well. But some people do it differently, but we have a recipe that you could follow on the Bfree page. And you could see how the coconut milk is in there. You could already smell how delicious it's going to be with that coconut and milk. And I've told a lot of people in the past that here in Belize, and me personally, I love using coconut oil. Anything that I use oil in, I would replace it with the coconut oil, because it just adds more flavor, and it's something that our ancestors would do. And also, guys, rice and beans is a traditional Belize lunch. So on Sunday lunch, so today is Sunday, most households you will see will be cooking rice and beans, and you could eat it with fried fish, stew chicken, baked chicken, barbecue chicken, stew beef, stew pork, whatever side you want. We would make it with potato salad or a coleslaw, grated cabbage and carrots with cilantro or culantro, a little black pepper and mayonnaise in there. That is how we would do with the side, and a nice side of fried ripe plantain as well. So that is how we would serve our rice and beans here in Belize. So now I just want this to cook up a little bit so that the ingredients mix properly, and then we could add the rice. And remember, wash my rice 3 times before using it, because that is how we do it. So now I'm going to add the rice to the rice and beans. Okay. And I mix that up in there. And I have to add salt as well, right, guys? No, put it on me. Put it on the pot. Yeah, so add a little salt in there and mix again. Keep it on the water. Yes, so now we have the mixture there. I'll add a little bit more. I have to add some water because the rice have to soak, right? And if it doesn't have enough water, when it boils down, it won't be soft. It'll be too grainy and you won't enjoy it. I'll also add a little bit more of beans because I like when my rice and beans, you could see the beans in there. And a lot of questions that have been asked in the past about is the difference between rice and beans and stew beans and rice. So I'll add some water. Ooh, it already smells delicious. Just enough for that to soak down, right? Yes, so the difference between the rice and beans and the stew beans and rice is just that rice and beans is rice and beans cooked together. Stew beans and rice is the stew beans would be cooked separate, and the rice would be cooked separate, and then you would mix them together on the plate. So that is the difference. A lot of people have asked that in the past, and that's the difference between rice and beans and stew beans and rice. They're just cooked separate from each other, and some people will eat it similarly to how they eat the rice and beans as well. So now guys, we have our pot of rice and beans on. Now I'll cover this and leave it to cook down. What you do is make sure it cooks down, it soaks on the way that you like your rice. If you make sure it cooks down, you don't want your rice too grainy, you don't want it too sticky, so you monitor it. And if it's too if it's too grainy, then you add a little coconut milk or a little water. And if it's too sticky, then you just have to, it'll still be delicious, right? But I don't like sticky rice, some people do, but if it's too grainy, then just add a little coconut milk and water, and you cook it to the way that you prefer your rice and beans. So you guys, I'll be posting a picture of the end result of the rice and beans in the Bfree video that we will be posting, the same video, and then you could add your picture to the post as well, so that we see how your rice and beans came out. I hope that you guys enjoy cooking rice and beans with me, and tune in again for the following week. We will be doing another favorite for the Bfree people, stewed chicken, right? So next time we will be cooking stewed chicken. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and I hope you enjoy making rice and beans with me. Thank you.